if you'd like. Are there more than one? All right. So this is what I'm just confirming. So you are the next three speakers, correct? Okay, so you each have 5 minutes. If you can identify yourself, introduce yourself when you speak, that would be fantastic. Thank you very much.
Hi, members of the Board of Health. I'm Bhuvani. This is Akila and Sonia, and we're all members of the Youth Health Action Network, YHAN. So YHAN is an established group of youth from across the city of Toronto, and we are passionate about taking action against health issues affecting young Torontonians through both advocacy and education, namely in the area of tobacco control. So today we're here to talk about hookah use amongst the youth in our city. We have seen hookah use increase in popularity over the past few years, but what is especially alarming to me is that youth as young as in grade 7 have admitted to using hookah. So that means my 13-year-old cousin and her peers are potentially inhaling and being exposed to harmful chemicals and toxins like carbon monoxide and tar. While hookah use may be experimental for youth, it's not unusual for this practice to become habitual. This is due to the fact that hookah comes in a wide variety of flavors, designs, and colors, which make the practice appear both trendy and fashionable. Hookah is also seen as a way to socialize with your peers, is easily accessible, and is relatively inexpensive. In fact, going out to a hookah lounge with your friends lasts about just as long as a movie, yet it's only half the price.
As Bhuvani has pointed out, there's many negatives to smoking hookah that many youth are not aware of, and this really concerns us as youth because we see so many of these hookah lounges opening up around Toronto that are promoting their services to young people. Our concern made us curious to know what youth actually thought about this substance, so we took to the streets and made the following Street Buzz video to interview them on their thoughts on hookah.
I don't think there's harm. It's like a relaxation thing, kind of like weed. Yeah. It's fun. Okay. I don't know any negatives.
It's not really smoking, so it's just to feel like that you're smoking, but you're not actually smoking anything that bad for you or whatever. So it's like an alternative or something.
A water pipe supposedly is more healthy because you don't have all those chemicals used to sustain a cigarette made in a factory, but it's still bad for you.
It's a lot more common than smoking cigarettes. I mean, I know a lot of my friends go and do shisha, it's very common. And I don't know, I hear that it's not as harmful.
You have a choice of putting tobacco in it or not, and some people don't, so it's an easy way of saying you smoke but you don't use tobacco. So it's not, you make yourself think that it's not as harmful.
Some people tell me, there's some health issues with it or whatever, but I don't know, I think it seems fine to me.
There's no tobacco in it usually, it's just and there's lots of flavors and things like that.
I don't think secondhand smoke is as big an issue because it is just 5% tobacco and it just isn't as thick. I don't know, that's based on my experience.
I didn't even know that you can get secondhand smoke from, I guess if you're doing it on a consistent basis, like if you're doing it every day, maybe around children, I guess that same effects as cigarettes. I didn't even think of that.
So as you can see, many students thought that there wasn't much of a risk to smoking hookah and that it was actually a healthier alternative to smoking a regular cigarette. But we're misled to think that the term herbal means that it's healthier, but this is obviously not the case. This is quite scary because I have friends who are very health conscious people. They try to eat and exercise in a very healthy manner, yet they still smoke hookah. This is alarming because they don't realize that smoking this is actually an unhealthy habit that could have some serious negative consequences to their health. So YHAN wanted to make a difference, so we created materials like informative postcards and videos and took part in initiatives such as outreach events to spread the word that hookah is actually more harmful than many youth may think. These were some of the activities that YHAN members have done, and Akila will point out some recommendations that the Board of Health should take.
We recommend setting a budget towards advertising, specifically towards social media, in order to circulate the misconceptions or the unknowns about hookah smoking, especially to the targeted population. We believe that social media is a great marketing strategy to reach out to youth. Personally, being on the internet, I am constantly bombarded with ads that are not useful to my daily life. Seeing an ad that can help better my life or help me make better, healthy decisions would make these ads more useful to me. Secondly, putting an age restriction on purchasing herbal shisha, making it mandatory to have warning labels on all packaging, including its contents, health risks, etc., and making it legible for all to read. Ultimately, also, we recommend a request for support to businesses, who generate most of their revenue through the supply of hookah, to help them explore their other alternative business options. Ultimately, we support the recommendations made in the report to ban hookah smoking in public indoor spaces. Our reason for supporting this ban is not only to protect from secondhand smoke for those who may not have the choice to be in these types of environments, but also to reinforce efforts made to denormalize smoking in public spaces. This makes smoking less visible to impressionable children and youth who may be influenced to start smoking. Thank you.
Thank you very much, ladies. Any questions? No? I just have one. Oh, sorry, yes. Yes, Stacey, please.
Thank you for your presentation. That was very good. Just a question around the age range of the youth you interviewed in your video.
So the youth that we interviewed was near Yonge and Dundas Square. So we believe them to be university students and just other youth. We're not sure the exact age range.
Okay, and the follow-up question would be, what is your stance on doing perhaps public education outreach at the junior high school or high school level so that there is some way of addressing misconceptions?
Personally, I think that's a great idea to start young, so students are just aware of what they're doing and just aware of any of the health risks.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Any other questions? Just one, did you put this card together?
Yes.
I think everyone around the board has it here. I think that's great. I think that's wonderful. Thank you so much, and thank you so much for participating. I know we asked you to help us out last time, and you really have, so we really appreciate that. And that was a pretty scary movie, actually. If kids don't know what they're smoking, I think you're doing a great job for educating them, so I thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Next, we have